Have I been muted? No, okay, I've been muted the whole time. Now I'm not muted. Hey, what's up? Hello there. How is everyone doing today? It's Saturday night. I feel all right. We gotta do a little housekeeping first. Gotta do a little housekeeping. Gotta do a little housekeeping before we can get to the ProForge. Because I need to paint the Maycara somewhere, and I figure will be very easy to do. Plus, now I can put the air compressor outside of my garage door and not hear the noise when it goes. I hate wiping down this table because it's just plywood. Every time I wipe it down, I get a splinter. 36 months. Jeez. That is a long time. What are you still doing here? You're having a good time. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. How's everyone doing tonight? Everyone enjoying their weekend so far? Anything exciting happen? It's been so long since I've seen you all. It's been so long. I'm moving screws around. I'm moving this to the other side because I gotta, for this to work. It's been so long since I've seen you all. Rebelting your rat rig. How come you're rebelting your rat rig? Did you lose your belts? Did you lose the rat? So yeah, so today's stream should be pretty good because if all goes well, the ProForge will be doing ProForge things. And by ProForge things, I mean, we should get some prints out of it today, hopefully. It should be a pretty Gucci stream tonight. While I've been trying to learn how to do CNC stuff. Because now I have to justify having the Maycar. I'm measuring a cauliflower. Oh, the cauliflower. I'm like, why are you measuring fruit or vegetables? Fruit and vegetables. Is cauliflower a fruit or a vegetable? I see it more as like a leaf. There we go. Okay, so you're just gonna go like that for now. Okay, so now we gotta move all this. And I was a bad boy. I was naughty yesterday. I was very naughty yesterday. I finished seeing something and I didn't take down my setup. I left it on the bed of the machine. The clamps are still in the bed. That's for anyone here who's been in a machine shop or a mold shop or a tool shop or anywhere where there's machining, it's a very naughty thing to do to leave your clamps on the bed after you finish working on something. So I was very naughty yesterday. That's okay. Okay. Oh, did I unhook everything? I hope I unhooked everything. There we go. Oh, that's a USB cable. Well, hopefully it's the... Oh, there's plenty of room here. I've got plenty of room here. Oh my God, there is so much room for activities back here. Oh geez. There is so much room for activities back here. Oh yeah, so much room for activities. Oh wow. Also, I'm now that it's, by the way, two things with the Maycar. One, the slots for the bed are open to the bottom. So you're gonna get buildup under your machine. That is a thing. You might wanna put a tray under there. And two, yeah, I could tell this is really bent. I don't think I can bend it back up. I mean, if I get, you know what I'll probably end up doing? I'll probably get a jack screw and build up a bunch of blocks and jack screw it flat again. It's kind of annoying. But I don't know, can you tell on camera how bent that is? It's not bad. It's just, this is down about 1 millimeter, or this is up 1 millimeter. And it's down in the middle. Like, you can just tell that it's been binned. Okay. That's that. now I can plug it in. I can get behind the machine. Hopefully this is 110. Yeah, it's 110. Sweet. There we go. Red light. Should home. It's not happy. Something is not happy with, oh, the e-stop. Had the e-stop hit. I'm like, why is the machine unhappy? Okay, so now it should turn on fine. Red light. There we go. Yeah, the whole light bar is borked. Like it's blue and purple. Why purple? There is no purple. There is no purple. Hello from Vegas. Vegas. Ooh la la. Also, I found an old tablet. And by old tablet, I mean it's an old tablet. It's let's just say it's old. I think it's from 2017. It's running Android 9. But it does run the Make Car app. So that means I can use it for the screen on this machine. Kit Kat. Oh, I could go for a Kit Kat. Can't remember if you're supposed to put ISO on screens. I can't remember, but I did. Okay, so you go in there. You get tight. You plug in there for power. Now, I should have, oh, there it is. Add to home. Come over here, come over here, come over there. Boom. And it should, it's a little old. It's a little old. Come on. Oh, whatever. Let it do its thing. It booted up last time. It booted up last time. Oh, there we go. It's open. So the only thing is, searching nearby machines. I don't think it'll actually find, oh. 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 Wait, synchronizing version in time. Okay. Ha-ha! And then I can home. Ha-ha! It works! Okay, sweet. Heck yeah. Oh, and if you're wondering, yes, I hit the e-stop and it didn't finish printing, or machining, but I ran it again. And this is the thing we were cutting yesterday. So it's a pirate ship, I guess, on an epoxy block. So this is what we machined or CNC'd yesterday. So came out pretty good. Pretty happy with it. I will say I am, other than the light bar being bent, I did bend it up a little bit. I did bend it up a little bit, but it didn't fix the light. Other than that being a little borky, it should be pretty good. It should be pretty good. Now I have to learn how to do it properly. Now I have to actually learn how to do machining. How hard could it be? Like, I don't know how hard it could be. That's why I'm asking you guys. How hard could it be to learn CNC stuff? Not hard. Hardly a trifle. Hardly a trifle. What's a trifle? It's a tribute to Johnny. Johnny 5 is alive. Thanks to the power of AI. Curse you, AI. Curse you, Bale. Okay. Let's get the ProForge out. You guys want to do some 3D printing? I'm assuming that's what you came here for. I'm assuming that's why you guys came here. I can't remember which box it was. I think it was the Prusa kit. One of the boxes I opened recently had some like really gummed up tape, and now I have like sticky spots all over my desk. Myself thought. See, I'm starting to figure out CAD. I'm starting to figure out how to model stuff in CAD. I'm actually getting kind of okay at it. Or at least as okay at it as my limited design abilities allow. So we're starting to get there when it comes to that. I'm starting to run out of places to put stuff. So there's that. The problem is, it's like, okay, cool, I can CNC, I can CAD something. Now I got to figure out tool pathing. So I've done V-carve. I've done V-carve before. I've used V-carve, or correction, Carbide Create. But that's basically like, if you need to cut something out. So I've done like CNC quadcopter frames out of carbon fiber. That's been pretty easy to do. Wow, I just stepped on the screen. Hopefully I didn't break it. It's the stuff that's like 3D stuff. 2.5D I could probably do. I could probably figure out 2.5D stuff pretty quickly. It's the 3D stuff that's gonna be a problem. Hey, look, it's the machine that we're actually working on tonight. So let me get it plugged in, powered up, and we will get to all the fun stuff we're doing today. Because hopefully, if all goes well, we should be printing today. So while the machine boots up, while everything gets loaded up, while I finish yapping, hi, welcome to the stream. Every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance to win. We're going to be doing the draw for that at the end of stream today. I do want to give a huge shout out to MakerTech 3D for sending over this kit that we have used for this entire build series. I think we're on part 9 now, but the build is done, or at least the mechanical portion of the build that's required to get the printer to go burr is done. There's still more that has to be done to this build. I do have all the components to assemble the top hat and the enclosure, because as you can see right now, it's holier than the Pope when it comes to it being an enclosure. But I don't like enclosing printers until they've been up and running and basically troubleshooting is complete, because it gets really annoying trying to fix stuff if you got to take it half apart again. So the plan is to get this up and running. We'll print with it for a couple weeks, and then we'll do a follow-up stream where we enclose it essentially. If you're using Fusion, it has, yeah, I know Fusion can do it. And it's actually one of the nice things about the Makara that I've noticed is it has support for those other programs. Like it works with the other programs. Like it works fine with other G-code generators, because it just eats normal G-code. They didn't bork up the machine by doing something stupid like, oh, you have to use this specific CAM software suite to make it work. So that's really nice of them to do that. Is SolveSpace a good alternative to Fusion 360? I'll answer that in one simple one-line response, and that should tell you everything you need to know. This is the first time I'm hearing about SolveSpace. What is SolveSpace? I've never heard of it before. Okay, where's my IP address? More? Network? What's my IP address? Come on, load up the network. Come on, load up the network. Load up the network. There we go. Oh. I'm sorry, John. I can't do that. You better not be on a rolling IP. Better not be on a rolling IP. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Okay, home all. Oh wait, shoot, I never homed X. I never set up the X. Okay, drive current 15 is not calibrated. Okay, cool. It aired out because we still have stuff to finagle with. We're not fully done the setup on this machine software-wise. We got all the tool head stuff set up. So what that means is XY can be homed. And it will pick up tool heads. So if I say, you know, select T0, it'll grab tool 0. And then if I tell it to dock tool 0, it'll dock tool 0. And then move to center. There we go. So where did we leave off? We left off ProForge, clipper flashing, checks and calibration. So I think we're into checks and calibrations because we did all this. So let's see, where do we leave off? Z motor check, we did the Z motor check, Y motor check, home XY, the socks, we did that, the print head calibration, print dock calibration, saving the dock positions, Revo, extruder PID, we don't have to do that because we have the stock extruders, testing and selecting docking, we've done that, extruder checks and hot tightening. Okay, so heat the print heads. So we got to, okay, so what we're doing now is we pick up a tool head, we heat it up to 250, we hot tighten it, and then we put it back on. Okay. Revos don't need to, but this one, okay. It will be hot enough to cause burns. Be careful. Okay, so let's do that. So we need select tool 0. Center. Take the sock off. And then heat it to 250. So this should be extruder 0, 250. The fan's heating up and I think we're good. So I'm gonna need some spanners. I wish I knew where my little ratcheting tool that I used to use went. I put it somewhere and I lost it, and I'm kind of disappointed that I did. And yes, I know I can just print a new one, but it's not the point. It's not the point. Oh, this is 8 mil. Are you 8 mil? No. Are you 8 mil? No, no, these are 8 mil. The camera on my clipper install is dev video 1. It said, yeah, the camera works, but it keeps dropping out. And I don't know what's going on with that. So I'm just gonna kind of leave it for now. And we'll fiddle with the camera later. Oh, hey, look, it's an 8mm. That looks like 8mm to me. Actually, I think I do actually have metric wrenches. Or I might have put them down. They might be downstairs. They're downstairs. Yeah, they're down. Unless I have a metric. Oh, oh. No. 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 Okay. Use Fusion 360. Here, are you ready for my big brain cam software recommendation? It's quite simple. Use whatever one you're used to. If you like Fusion, use Fusion. If you like SolidWorks, use SolidWorks. If you like, if you're into something weird, use something weird. Like, don't be afraid to try out different things. Okay, so that's that one. I may have to PID. Oh no, I can't PID to it. 0. Turn it off. Put this sock back on. Try not to burn myself. There we go. And dock T0. And then select T1. Center. Okay, and now this one. 250. Fan kicks on, we're good there. Oh, gotta take the sock off. Ooh, that warms up quick. FreeCAD. Which one's FreeCAD? Is FreeCAD the one that's kind of like has a really not good UI. I think FreeCAD was that's the open source one. I've tried getting into FreeCAD and it's like, how will index impact Prusa XL and other tool changers? Don't know, hard to say, I don't do marketing. I will say though, it will lead to more tool changers be available to people. However, I don't think it's gonna take that big of a bite out of the XL market as some people are thinking, simply for the fact that the XL is an off-the-shelf machine that you just buy it and it works. Whereas the index, you have to build a 3D printer and modify it to use the index. As far as we're aware right now, you can't just go buy a 3D printer with an index pre-attached to it that comes with warranty and support and everything. Nobody's doing that. Now, will that change in the future? Will there be a version that, like, because you know, you can buy a printer that comes with a Bondtech extruder on it from the factory. Will there be printers that you can buy from the factory that'll have an index? Maybe, hopefully, it'd be great. You know, more advanced tooling in more people's hands leads to cooler things on the market. I love competition. But I can't predict the future. Oop, yeah, no, don't heat it up to 2,500 degrees, just 250 degrees. There we go. FreeCAD, will you ready? Yeah, I tried using FreeCAD, and it's like, they don't call it extrude, they call it something else, and like the buttons are different. It's one of those things, like, I don't know a lot about CAD. What I do know is how to make basic like design boxes and shapes and whatnot and save it as an STL. I don't know how to make gears. I don't know how to make things like move together as assemblies. I don't know any of that. But if you need me to make like a bracket or a box or like a fan duct or something, I can figure my way through that. But the problem is now, everything I know is how to do it on Fusion. I'm not gonna go try and undo the muscle memory to go learn it in some other software that isn't as, you know, feature complete, unfortunately. And by the way, these all have Bondtech CHTs on them. Every one of these nozzles is a 0.4 CHT. There we go. All hot tightened. There we go. And dock T2. There we go. Center. So that is that. So there we go. Did I put the alerts out? Did I put the alert out on the Discord? No, I did do the alert on Discord. Is there anything else going on tonight? I'm just, not that I really care, just we're missing quite a few people in the stream today compared to previous streams. Then again, I've missed the last 2 Saturday streams, so that's probably why, I'll be honest. The Revo print heads do not need to be hot, or no, I was here last Tuesday, or last Friday. Use the front macro, okay, hot ends, so Eddy status. Okay, so check the status of the Eddy by running that, okay. Not calibrated. You should see something similar to this. Last coil value, blah, 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 blah. If curve raw, not calibrated. Status. Okay. Okay, yep, status at 0x0. Okay. If you see x 0x or similar, you have a communication issue. So we should be good. Okay, we're not seeing errors there, so that's good. Okay. Firmware for the Eddy has been updated, allow for tap probing. If you installed firmware before this date, well, we're quite a ways off of February, so we're good there. Unless, is this an American? It's day, month, year. But usually this is American. So is this is why I fucking hate international standards. It's day, month, year, you Yanks. Okay, so I'm assuming, I mean, considering we did the firmware like a week ago, we should be good. We did the firmware a week ago. We should be good. We should be good. We're up to date. Okay, has been updated. If you install firmware before this date, we recommend installing the Eddy NG packages using. Okay, we should be good. We should be good. I mean, we did all the installing last week, so we should be good. Yeah, we should be good. Okay. England, £5. Cheers and appreciated from Jake England. From England. I've come to two conclusions. The first, that roast chicken is good, but one of the worst ways to eat chicken. Two is that I like to say random things. So the key is, when it comes to the roasted chickens, if you grab, like, you know, you get the pre-cooked roasted chicken from like Costco or whatever, use the chicken for other things. Don't ever buy that chicken to eat the chicken by itself. It ain't KFC, okay? It ain't Popeyes. It ain't the Shizness. It's that. So you buy that chicken when you need to make something else that requires chicken, but you don't want to cook a chicken. So get that chicken if you want to make chicken wraps or chicken sandwiches or chicken salad or something else with the chicken. You don't just buy the pre-cooked chicken and eat the chicken by itself. You buy the pre-cooked chicken to basically use that chicken in something else, because you don't want to go through the hassle of cooking a chicken. That's what you use that chicken for. And then you save the bones and you use that with some pork bones and you make some broth or something after. So, okay. Bed tramming. Oh yeah, we got to manually level this thing. Okay, select the first print head. Okay. So select T0. We got no tool in there, so select T0. Okay. Move the head to the front, left, rear, and front right. Use an object such as a spacer to check the nozzle to bed gap and manually turn the Z motors to match the gap at all 3 points. We want the bed to be trimmed within around 5 millimeters. 5 millimeters? We have so much room for activities. But how do I move the bed up? Can I home the Z? How do you move the bed up? Okay, so we've done that. Okay, so let's dock T0. Can I do X, Y, Z home? Home all. I gotta home all. To move the bed up, I gotta home all. Drive current 15 not calibrated. Drive current 15 not calibrated. What is drive variables? No. Printer? Motor 1, X, Y, Z. So there's the Z motors. Stepper Z, run current. I mean, that. What is that error? I've never seen that error before. Drive current 15 is not calibrated. Step 15. No, that's bed heating. How am I supposed to move the bed if I can't home it all? Must home X and Y first. I'm gonna run the bed into every time you do an XY home, it drops the bed a little bit. I'm gonna run out of bed. Okay, center. Can I move the bed? Can I home Z? Drive current 15 is not calibrated. What does that mean? I have to calibrate Eddy? But why is it saying drive current? It's saying drive current. Nothing with Eddy. The Eddy probe. Because the Eddy probe is working. Like we're getting the Eddy probe working. And it's not calibrated. You have no end stop. I have, yeah, but I have the Z probe. I have an Eddy probe, so that is the end stop. It has a Z end stop. It's the Eddy probe. Need to force move Z. So here's the thing. How do I, here, let's add a comment. So there are no comments there. What are the comments here? Done the steps, installed that. So this is from May, didn't fix the execution. Eddy uses drive current to sense how far it is from the bed it is. It's confusing, but yeah. So the problem is though, I'm following the instructions here and it's just like, oh, hey, you should be able to move the, like, how do you move the bed up to set your bed tramming? Homing calibration, okay. I mean, I could just do it right here. Here, we'll just do this. So G28XY, center, heat up the bed to 80, and then I guess we'll just skip ahead and do this. So G28XY. Hopefully this works. Heat up the bed to 80. So we'll heat the bed to 80. Because I did find the homing calibration. So what we'll do is I guess we'll skip ahead a few steps so we can go back to this. So, gotta wait for the bed to heat up. Hopefully it heats up fine. I had a question. Where the heck am I gonna put this printer now? Because we have the Makara there now. I gotta put something on the wall. Because this won't fit on my shelf. Actually, this will fit on the shelf. This will fit on the shelf. Maybe. But I have to move that V2. It says manually turn the Z motors. Move the head to the front near and manually turn the Z motors to match the gap at all 3 points. That doesn't move the print head, move the head to the front left, use an object as a spacer to check the nozzle to bed gap, then manually turn the Z motors to match the gap. That doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, I guess it, because they're independent motors, but you also have the ability to adjust each one with the spring. Also, I'm not spinning these 3 motors to move it all the way up. I'll just auto home it. I'm not going to sit here like and spin those all the way up. Okay, are we at 80? We're almost at 80. Will you going back to the Seaboard on Saturdays once the build is done, or will be? It depends on what the schedule is. Everything's moved one day to the right now because we did the Makara yesterday. So Tuesday we'll be wrapping up the Prusa Core 1. Tuesday will be the Venture. This Tuesday will be the Venture. Friday will be the Core 1. And then the Saturday, we'll see. Maybe we will get to the Seaboard. Well, that's why we're doing homing calibration right here. Probe Eddy NG setup. Heck yeah. Boom. Oh, look at that. Use the modal that pops up to bring the bed up to the nozzle until you feel some friction between. Oh, dang it. I don't have a nozzle on this. Okay, let's pick up a tool. So let's select tool 0. Okay. And then we go to center. Okay. And then we do this fun command, enter. And now I should be able to go up. elevate. I have to click it 1 millimeter at a time. I can't click it anything less than a millimeter. I don't think I can do, yeah, I can only do millimeter. Arise, chicken, arise. See, isn't this more economical and more advanced as a, you know, we landed people on the moon. I shouldn't be turning lead screws by hand when I can do this. This is the content you guys came here for. Okay, let it catch up because I probably overclicked it. Oh, no, not by that much. Okay, there we go. So, are you ready for the science? Who's ready for science? I love science. Behold. I can't use this one. This one's all broken. Or not broken. It's dirty. It's painted on. Where did all my good 1, 2, 3 blocks go? Oh, they're on the other side. One second. One second. One second. They're over here. Can I get at them? Ah, shoot. There's a Venture XL in the way. Who built a giant printer on this side of the garage? Who is building a giant printer on the side of the garage? You're ruining everything. There we go. Okay. There we go. There's that. Okay, so now go down. Yes, I know the bed's hot. You're not supposed to do it with the bed hot, but I can live with it. So I cheated. Except abort. I cheated. I did that whole process just so I could use the controls to move the bed up and down. Okay, so now we can use tramming. Move the head to the front left and use a spacer to check the nozzle to bed gap and manually turn the Z motors to match the gap at all 3 points. So let's see what we have here for the screw gap. I'm hearing a noise. What is that noise? Okay. Where's my scale? My scale on the other side of the wall. My scale's on the other side of the wall. Of course my scale's on the other side of the wall. Where's my scale at? Scale. Are you over here? Oh, here it is. There's me scale. So, make sure all of these are the same space. That is about 550. About 550. About 550. So those are all about the same. Now, turn the motors off. Where's the button to turn the motors off? Is there a button to turn the motors off? I mean, I could just hit Z home. So, there we go. There we go. That works. Okay. So, you come over here. Go. Piece of papier. This will work. Hit it with the tool head. I don't want to hit it with the tool head. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Prusa, for the piece of paper. You don't have to be that accurate because it's going to be all I don't even know why it's doing it. We have QGL. I think this is just to make sure that you aren't way off before you do a QGL. I'm just realizing this has independent Z motors. So the only reason you're doing this is just to ensure that it's not right out to lunch before you do your first QGL. There we go. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. So we did that. Select the print head. Move that, check that, and we want the bed to be trimmed. That's why it says within 5 millimeters. It's because you're just doing it for the whatchamacallit. Heating, okay. Before ensure the flex plate is placed on the bed, heat bed to 150. Oh, heat print head to 150. Okay, so this one to 150. Yeah, I don't know where the turn the motors off button is. Normally it's on here somewhere. Okay. Move the print head to the center and bring the bed close to the print so that the Eddy probe can also heat up. Okay, so we gotta move this to the center. And then, see, how are you supposed to move it up? Wait for the Eddy probe to reach the mid-40s. Okay, well, it's heating up. I have a fan blowing, so it might affect it. Wow, this got warm. I got warm. Okay, homing calibration, there we go. So G28XY. Center. Sure the bed is at 80 and run the setup. Okay. Bring that right up. One more. Ooh. Ooh, that was close. Okay. So now use the modal that pops up. The modal. Is this a modal? Is that another word for pop-up? What is modal? I've never heard that term before, modal. I mean, I've heard it before, but you don't have to be super precise. It's just good enough. Okay. So basically do this until it touches. So there we go. Okay. Accept. Oop. Oh. Editing error. Min height for valid samples is 2. Oh. It gave me an error and then it continued. Okay, calibration, save. Okay, save config. Okay. Send the tap command. So let's do G28XY. center. And then it's send the tap command. Tap. Hand over the stop. Oh. So it's just going up and just ever so slightly tapping the nozzle. Tap failed. Oh, is it maybe because the temperature is changing? Let's get the temperature back to being stable. Let's stabilize the temperature. Why does the camera die when... I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet, why the camera is dying. I don't know if it's a wiring issue or what. Like, I don't know. It's just... These little cameras kind of suck. Web devs call it a modal. Oh. I think the last time I heard it was like in the Matrix. I think it's from the Matrix. Okay, tapping. That's, what are you doing? I said tap. It's getting errors. It's oh. Yeah, we're getting errors with tap. Sensor error, under range error, over range. Tap failed. Now, is that because my probe is too high up? Although I think the probe is in a fixed position. I can't move the probe. I can't move the probe. What is going on here? No comments. What is going on here? Eddy NG tap failed with... Okay, let's do this again. NG's tap setup. Okay, move that. Trying to figure out why this isn't working. Accept. Okay. So now it's going to do a thing. Calibrating homing. Calibrating homing. Okay. Okay. Setup success. Okay. Send the tap command. Tap. So it's coming up and it's touching it. Oh. Okay, so it looks like you can't save it. Okay, so after you hit accept, don't hit save. You have to do this, then save. Save config. And then it seems to work. Okay. So don't save after this. You have to do this, then hit save. I know it only says save here, but I have a habit of saving after I do anything because that's just what I do. Okay. So adjust the Z off. When printing, you can just live adjust Z. Okay, we're not gonna worry about that. Okay, so Z tilt adjust test. Dock the print head by saying dock T0. Okay, so home all. Okay, dock T0. Okay. Z tilt adjust command. Z tilt adjust. Where is that? Z tilt adjust. Ooh. It's within 0.0644 millimeters. I can live with that. Let's do it again. Now it's within 0.036 millimeters. Let's do it again. Now it's 0.007 millimeters. Again. 0.001 millimeters. More. This must be flat. Oh no, we're going back up. 0.004. I can't live with that. We're going back up. We can 0.004 millimeters. I might as well throw it in the garbage. It's going to print as good as an ANET. Okay, so we've done that. Bed mesh test. Again, make sure print heads are all docked. Run bed mesh scan, which is, oh, 900 point. Calibration tool. Why does it say calibrate tool? Oh, bed mesh scan. It's pointing at bed mesh scan. Bed mesh scan. So it does a tram. And now it's doing a 900 point bed mesh. Although it's going to be all funky because the bed's slightly cooling off as we're doing this. So look at it go. It's meshing. Got foam all over everything from cutting those out. Is it noticeably louder than the Mark IV? If anything, I would say it's a bit it's quieter, but because it's enclosed, depending on the speeds and feeds you're printing at and what you're on, you might have more of a resonance noise, but the printer itself is quieter in my opinion because it's enclosed. It's using the same motors, same motors and controller as a Mark IV. It's just Core XY instead of Cartesian. So you're gonna have more belt noise and more pulley noise, but it's also enclosed, so it should be quieter. Height map. Taco. I mean, to be fair, it looks pretty out of there, but it's 0.3 millimeters. So it's 2 layers high deviation across the bed, which isn't that much really when you think about it on a bed this big. Plus it's a mesh, it'll contour. Evaluating the scan, go to the height map, check for anomalies. Although the bed itself has a tolerance of 0.1 millimeters in addition to the magnetic sticker and flex plate. Yeah. So there we go. So with the first print head selected, use center to center the tool head shaper calibrate. Okay. So select tool head 0. And then shaper calibrate. Got the new input shaper. So much fun. Pascal. Although I got a feeling I'm gonna have to play around with some of these belts. Just to ensure everything, everything seems lined up. Not too bad. Oh, here come the resonances. Oh, the poor fan. I can hear the fan rattling. Can you hear that? The poor fan was rattling. It's not on, so it's just rattling. So we're gonna let that do its thing. I'd show you, but it's like literally just doing that. Wow, that's really dirty. Or is that the light? That might just be the light. The light? Yeah, it's just light. Input shaping. So much. So what's everyone up to? Anything exciting going on today? Did I miss anything exciting? I finished watching I finished up season 4 of Farscape. So I just have to watch the Peacekeeper Wars and off we go. Also, if anyone wants some popcorn, it's going to be really interesting to see how the Disney lawyers handle this. Like, I'm not telling you to go rat out Maker World to the Disney lawyers, but I'm sorry, that shit's blatant as fuck, and the mouse is vindictive. Disney has sued children, parents who have tried to get Disney characters on their kids' headstones before. This shit ain't gonna fly. Good luck, Maker World. Good luck. Jarek Eiserman, no. Yeah, it's because he's not a sycophantic bootlicker. What's the wording for the rest of the team? I don't know. He didn't kiss the ring, which is sad because out of all, when it comes to, you know, for some reason, billionaires, why is all the billionaires controlling the world those that develop payment processors? Like literally, like all the evil billionaires are like ex-PayPal. What is it with billionaires and like payment processors and then becoming evil? But out of all of them, out of all the payment processing billionaires, Jared seemed to be the only one with a decent head on his shoulder, and was like, oh hey, out of all the picks, you actually picked someone decent for NASA. And because he didn't kiss the ring and suck up and be a yes man, and actually wanted to actually run NASA properly, he's being kicked out, and it's pissing me off. It's like, what the hell? Okay, now we're doing the other axis. Like legit, that was like the only person he picked out of everyone else, and I'm like, I can see this. This guy, he's been to space twice, and he's a huge space nerd. I get it. Fab 365. That's fine. I think it's fine if it's like your own interpretation of the Millennium Falcon, like you design the model yourself. But to make a one-to-one copy of a Lego Millennium Falcon, that's asking for trouble, I think. Because not only is it the Lego lawyers may get involved, you have the Disney lawyers as well. Because it's not like some fan interpretation of a lightsaber, a classical. It's no, I took literally the exact thing and made a replica of it. It's that's the problem, I think. Is that it's a like one-to-one copy. So. You have to be present to win the spool? No. Because my streams are usually about 3 hours long, and I know I have a lot of fans in different time zones, you do not need to be present to win. However, if you like the smash button and ring the bell and are subscribed to the channel, that, I'm not saying it's gonna help your odds, but now that I've mentioned it, are you really gonna risk it? Same with if you're a channel member. I'm not saying being a channel member increases your odds, but it doesn't hurt them either. And now that you're gonna think about that. You just can't charge for it? Is that what it is? It's a complete replica, you just can't charge for it? This is why I'm not a lawyer. I seen that and I'm like, that can't be right. You can't just like make a one-to-one Lego Millennium Falcon copy and just share it. But I mean, if it's not for profit, but the problem is MakerWorld's for profit. And technically it is for profit because you're distributing the model that you earn points for, and you can redeem those points for goods and services. Ergo, it is for profit. By giving away points for people downloading your model, you are essentially selling that model now. So MakerWorld is profiting off of that. Or the person who puts that up is now profiting off of it. So yes, they are charging for the model. They are earning an income for the model. They are earning goods and services, or a currency that can be redeemed for services and goods, which is payment. So, yeah, I know Lucas has a stipulation. I know there's the whole stipulation there with Lucasfilms, where they're basically, Lucasfilms basically does a carte blanche where like, hey, you're allowed to cosplay and make our own stuff, but it can't be for profit. So that's why there's so many like stormtrooper battalions, the 501st, the droids and whatnot. That is like kosher with them. It's if you charge people to show up in uniform, then it's a problem. If you charge people for your R2 unit to come at a birthday party, then it's a problem. But you dressing up as C-3PO and going to a hospital, that's fine. So, but yeah, points. This is why I'm not a fan of this whole gamification of 3D printing services. It's making it not fun. Okay, save config, because we're done. Oh, I should have probably looked at what our values were. What are our values? Printer, oh, no, wrong button. Whoa! It just dropped the tool. It yeeted the tool. There we go. Did I hit a button? It just dropped the tool after I save config. Okay, we got 2 humpy eye and 2 humpy eye. Input shaping is not great, which I kind of expect considering this desk does this very easily. So input shaping is not going to be good on this machine until we actually have it on something solid. So I'll rerun it. The front fell off. Legit, the front fell off. So let's home all. If you have any error bugs, report to that. Okay, first print. So, click here. Sweet. Okay, spool holders. Oh shoot, we gotta put spool holders on it. We need 3 spool holders. I forgot about that. Spool holders. Install the spool holders. So it's an M5 100 bolt, an M5 penny washer, and an M5T. So it just, oh, I see it. Okay, so let's find these bolts. M5 100. Where are those at? Hey, here's one of them. I don't know if I have PLA out here. M5 100s. Nut. 1, 2, 3. M5 nuts. Are they in here? Are they all in? Where are the penny washers at? Print head fasteners. Print head fasteners. Nylox. Magnet. Don't know where the penny washers are. The magnet in there though. Hello, hello. Okay, I've got the M5 100. I can't find the penny washers though. Unless they're in one of these bags. Enclosure fasteners, maybe? Nope. Enclosure beams, desiccant, door handles. $6 a.m. Are you flying out of Toronto Airport? If so, get there early. Trust me. What is a penny washer? I don't see penny washers. Like I have, oh, here we go, penny washers. And then I don't know where the nuts are, so I'm just gonna grab them from stock. I'm not gonna dig the nuts. So for this one, this is your spool holders. They're just long bolts. I guess, I mean, it works. So that. But what holds the, does it just float on it? Download and print covers to go over these bolts. Oh, I'm supposed to print these. Well, I will print those after. So for now, we're just gonna go in a little YOLO-y. Nuts. I'm flying from Greensboro to Toronto on Monday. Oh, wait, what? But you're already in Toronto. Cheers, Jason. That's why we do these streams. I do the streams to help people build their printers. That's kind of the whole point. I'm still in the, oh, I thought you were already in Canada. Yeah, I thought you already were up here. So these are pretty easy. You just put a T-nut, you put a washer on. I'll 3D print the thing after we get this printing. I'll 3D print the proper thingamabobber for the doohickey, so it stays on the whatchamacallit. Nope. Big Allen key, where are you? No. Where's the big Allen key? I want that Allen key. Is this the Allen key? Too big, too small, too big, too small. Where's the right size Allen key? Aha. There we go. There we go. And this one is that, and then that screws in with an M46. What is with M4s on this build? Seriously, M4s. I've never used as many M4s. Why M4s? M5s for frame stuff. Have something that'll fit this. There we go. You go there. There we go. And 4 6s here. I mean, Toronto's like, don't get me wrong, there's some pretty cool stuff in Toronto. Go to the zoo. The Toronto Zoo's not bad. Just don't bother going, like, as funny as it is, don't go to the Canadian part of the Toronto Zoo. The Canadian part of the Toronto Zoo sucks. Because, yeah, they have some, like, they have some bears and they have some wolves, but you're probably not going to see the wolves because they're always sleeping and hiding. You're probably not going to see, yeah, you'll see the bear, but the bear is kind of old. And, like, most of the other animals are, like, bison and, like, yeah, I guess if you've never seen a big cow before. But the problem with the Canadian section of the Toronto Zoo, you have to walk there. Everything else in the zoo is this nice big loop. The Canadian section's like down a hill. And then you have to walk up the hill. It sucks. And everyone knows it. It's like people only go to the Canadian section of the zoo once. Okay. So, that is our spool holders on. Auto loading filament. Okay, home the printer and select the first print tool head. Use the front macro to bring it forward. Okay, so we got it all homed. Okay. Select tool 0. Front. Okay, let's move the bed down a bit. Down. Up. Okay. And now, so we're gonna have to print these. Maintenance on the cam pin. Rated for 10,000 tool swaps. Okay. But why am I maintenance? Okay. Home the printer that. Feed filament through the PTFE tube and insert in the extruder. Push it in an inch so that it makes it gear with the teeth. The extruder should automatically heat up and load the filament when ready. Okay, so I need filament for this. What do I have out here? What do I have out here for filament? That's all PET G. I want to do some easy PLA. Let's see what we got for PLA. What are you? You're ABS. You should be PLA. Are you PLA? Yep, simply green. Simply green PLA. So, you're gonna go there. I'm gonna put a little chump pier on here. And into the tube you go. Ooh, oh. It changes color. Temperature too low to extrude. Are you supposed to set the temperature? Front macro, feed the filament through, push it through an inch so it makes contact with the gear teeth. The extruder should automatically heat up and load the filament. I mean, it's not heating up though. So if I take that out, filament already loaded. No, it's, okay, well, if I hit that button, nothing to unload. Okay, let's see here. So if I extruder already active, nothing to unload. Okay, well, let's just do it the old-fashioned way. 200 degrees, heat that up. Okay, so that's heating up. So if I tell it to extrude, it's sucking filament up. Oh, we've got extrusion. Okay. 0. Okay. And now we can do the next one. So that's back 0. So dock tool 0. And then select tool 1. Go to the front. Now we need another spool of filament. What do we got here? What do we got here? What are you? What are you? Are you Polymaker ABS? You're ABS. You're Pet G. Oh, this'll work. Gold! Why not? Buddy Gold. Buddy Gold it is. Oh. Extruder below. So something's going on. It should be heating up, but it's not. It's saying it should heat up, but it's not. I don't know why. And now I need to find one more spool of a pet PLA. Most of it's inside. I brought most of it inside. Is this box Buddy empty? Yeah. What do we got over here? I'm gonna have to run inside to go get something, I think. I pretty much only have Pet G out here. Like I've got PETG and ABSs. Yeah, it's an AB, that's ABS. That's ABS, that's ABS. Yeah, it's all ABS out here. Okay, let's extrude. Oh. What's going on? It's not grabbing. Uh-oh. Awesome, a bunch of stuff fell. Extrude. There we go. Suck up the filament. Haha. Gold. Okay, so now we turn this off. And then I got to run inside and find more filament. So, there we go. Okay, so that is that. So, dock T1. Select T2. Go to front. And then let me just heat this up. And then I'm going to run inside and go grab a spool of filament for this. So I have something to print it with. What we got in here? What do we got in here? Over here. Are you a PLA? PLA green. I got green. You. PLA glitter red. That'll work. Buddy Filament PLA red. So let's see, it's heated up. Filament loading. loading it automatically. There we go. So yeah, if it's heated up, it'll load automatically. So there we go. And then it turns it off. 0. So let's dock T2. So now it's loaded. We've got 3 filaments loaded. We got green, yellow, red. It's like a stoplight. Print head count, we've done that. Print head calibration. Before starting the prints, important to home the printer, dock any print heads. Okay. Calibration probe. Oh, that's right. We have to calibrate the XY offsets of all these. Where'd I put this probe? I know it's in here somewhere. Fortunately, a mug fell in here along with a bunch of other stuff. So 1 second while I clear this out. Where'd that probe go? Where is the probe? Where did the probe go? We might have a problem here. It was in here. I had it the other day. Okay. Okay, something ain't right. 1 second. Cables. Power brick. What is the power brick doing in here? Oh, don't you do this to me. Don't you do this to me. I had you last week. I had you because I showed you off the stream and then I threw you back in the box. Where did I put that probe? It's in the box. I know it's in the box. I only have the 1 box of stuff. Okay. So that is that. That's that. It's not in here. This is just screws. Oh, found it. It's still in a bag, that's why. I thought I took it out of the bag. We're good. We're good. Okay. So, slide the flex plate forward. So, this is our probe. So we slide the flex plate forward. Okay. Mount onto the rear platform calibration probe M520 button head bolt. Hey, M520 button head. Wow, it's right here. Let me grab my elevator so I can rise to the occasion and attach this properly. And it just screws in there. Plug the cable in. Okay, so really? The stupid thing's in the way. One sec. One sec. Okay, there we go. So this screws into this right here. What? Magnet. Screw that in there. Then this was that random cable that we've had hanging around for a while. And it plugs into this. There we go. slide that up so you guys can see what's going on. There we go. Okay, now what? Okay, probe position check. Select the first print head and check when the nozzle tip is just above the ball of the probe. The coordinates match what has been set in the calibration CFG. By default, set by, okay. So we need to pick up tool 0. So select tool 0. And then it should be in this position. So if we do G1, that is not right above it. So let me move this up a bit. Okay, so I gotta make note in the calibrate offsets CFG, it should be X80, Y270. So we go over here. Right now we're at X80, Y270, and I need to come forward a bit. Right up there, and a little to the left. So for me, we are 79,268. And that's in calibrate offset. Yes. So what was it? 79,268. 79,268. $79. $268. Save and restart. Okay, with the probe secured, the printer homed, and all of the print heads docked, run the calibration. Okay, so let's okay, G28XY. Okay, dock T1, is that T1? T1, or T0, that's T0, right? Okay, so XYZ is homed, dock T0, move that to the center. Okay, so with the probe secured, the printer homed in that, run the calibration, calibrate tool offsets. So this should be automatic. Okay, so if I hit calibrate tool offsets, okay, so all the extruders are heating up. So this should be all automatic, hopefully. Oh, wait, what'd I do? What is it supposed to be? Oh, it's 79. What is it supposed to be? 79. 79. There we go. Save and restart. There we go. Sorry. It was supposed to be 80, right? And I dropped it down. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So dashboard, home all. Did I say 69? It was 79, right? 79,268. Because it's supposed to be 80, and we were close. Yeah, so it's supposed to be 80, and we had to move it 1 millimeter. So 79,268. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, now calibrate tool offsets. There we go. Hopefully don't crash. I mean, if it crashes, at least it's on camera and we get content out of it. As long as we get content out of it, we're good. The content must flow. So hopefully you'll see it come back and do its thing on the ball. It should be dancing on the ball if all goes well. So all the extruders are heating up. Oh, okay, home. I don't have a big fancy e-stop on this machine. Okay, it's picking up tool 1. Does a little wipe. All right, let me see if I can. So it's tapping all around the ball. Yeah, I can't get that. Yeah, so it's just going around the ball. So the advantage of it being a ball is because you could do a Z, but then when you hit it from the side, it acts like a side switch. So you can, it's just going around tapping its ball. So. And now it's gonna go tap its ball again. Let me see if I have, I need a taller thing to put my camera on. Oh, that's why I have this box of Pet G out here, because I need it for something. See it? Just going around tapping its ball. There we go. Art. Print something to put the camera on. That's a lot of filament. So what are we gonna print? I need something to print. I mean, I'm assuming there's like a default test thing we could do, which we'll probably do first. Calibrating the print heads, when the probe secured, the printer homed and all that. No need to redo the nozzle, is chained or a nozzle crash. And that's it, and it auto restarts. And then you just unplug it all. So, yeah, that's back to being docked. So move that out of the way. Unplug this guy. Unscrew this guy. Put this back on. And then that is that, basically. Yeah, home all. Calibrating the print heads. Yeah, you only need to redo it if you change your nozzle. Okay. Download Orca Slicer profiles here. So let's see if this is in Orca already. I might have to update Orca. I don't know how old Orca is. My Orca install on this computer is. We'll see in a second here. Once Orca decides to finally boot up. Let's see here. Let's see. Where are we at? Correct all. I think I already downloaded this file, but okay. Where? Show me the printers. Give me all the printer options. Where are the printer options? Come on, Orca Slicer, what's going on with you? Come on, Orca Slicer. Wake up, Orca Slicer. Give it. Oh, really? Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see. ProForge. I don't think ProForge is in here. I mean, if it is, that'll be cool, but I don't think it's in here yet. It's not. Okay. So, file, import, configs, ProForge 300, ProForge 300, slicer profiles. Okay. ProForge 300, filament. Why do we only have ABS ASA? Add remove filament. Confirm. There we go. We'll just go with percent. Oh, of course they're not gonna have percement. Of course they wouldn't have percement in here. Just go with polylite. Polylite PLA, polylite PLA. PLA. Okay, so tool 1 is green. Tool 2 is gold. I love gold. That is red. Now somebody give me something to print. I need something to print. We're just gonna rock default speeds and feeds. I need something to print now. Because I think it's just that, load the slicer profile, single print. Okay, we suggest first printing with one print head to make sure everything is set up correctly before jumping into a multi-material print. Okay, yeah. Okay, buddy. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. Is there a test print in that zip? I don't know. Downloads. Big slicer profiles. Yeah, no, they're just yeah, there's no things. Okay. So I guess we'll do that multicolor benchy. Printables. Benchy. Where is the multicolor benchy? Where is the multicolor? How do you spell multi? Multi. There you go. Multi-part benchy. There you go. Files. Download. Ah, okay, nope. Control Z. Let's not do that. That's not what I wanted. Why did it go to bamboo? What the hell? discard all that shit. Get rid of all that shit. Go back to the ProForge. Control A, delete. What's this 3MF stuff? Benchy MMU. There we go. It's only G code. I hate when people just upload the G code. What is the multicolor Benchy? Benchy multicolor. 4-color Benchy, sure, why not? File. Download. Whatever. Painted Benchy. What the fuck is this bamboo nonsense? No. ProForge 300, discard. There we go. Okay. So, I mean, that looks benchy-ish. Sure, why not? I'm okay with this. Are you okay with that? I'm okay with that. I don't know why it's showing split. Where is show all the multiple parts? Yeah, whatever. Okay, good enough. Whatever. Is that good for you guys? That looks good for me. I mean, we're just doing a test print. So yeah, let me do a little bed prep. Printer camera looks blurry. Yeah, it's the lighting. It's the lighting. It doesn't really like the fact I got this big honking studio light like right there. And then, for good measure, a little something, something. Where'd my brushes go? Where'd my brushy go? Oh, there's my brushy. Good enough. For now. Clean that brush. Okay. Yeah, it's light. See, the moment I put this here, I'll put it here. I'll fix it quickly because I know that's going to be annoying if we start actually printing. One second here. I need a cowl of some sort. Right about there. It's hilarious how that like there we go. That works. Okay. So behold, a multicolor Benchy. Export file. Save. Actually, this is a silk. Bamboo PLA silk. That's a silk. I want to make sure. Silk, I gotta print differently. There we go. Export that. Save that G code. Okay. Upload. There we go. Multicolor Benchy. I may have to adjust the duct. We might not get optimal part cooling. Some fan just kicked on and it's loud and annoying. Something kicked on, it's loud and annoying, but okay, so now everything's heating up. Why are those going to such high temps? No, they're all, no, they got, that's normal. Okay, well, it's doing whatever it's doing. Oh, because it doesn't use green for a while, that's why I think. It's got to purge them all. So docking all print heads, it's... It says 0% paused. Is it paused or is it printing? Resume? Oh, you have to make sure all the print heads are docked before you can... It doesn't really have a way of detecting if it has a print head docked or not. So you have to like tell it there are no tool heads in it before it starts printing. Because this machine unfortunately doesn't know if it has a tool head attached or not. It's going through the motion, so when you tell it to go pick up tool 0, you better hope there isn't already a tool in there. So that's kind of a downside of like a clipper system like this. This system doesn't know if it already has a tool head in it, essentially. So you gotta be a little careful. Okay, you know what? If this button keeps popping up there, the stupid timer keeps popping up. There. Freaking YouTube with its whole gamification. Oh, you gotta put goals now. Set a goal. I hate how it's like, oh, make a goal for super chats. It's like, I don't want super chat goals. I want membership goals on YouTube. It makes more sense. Because super chats aren't as good as gifted memberships. Gifted memberships, same amount. I make the same amount off both. $5 off each one is the same as $5 off each one. But if you gift a membership, somebody else gets to be a member. And I prefer it that way. What was that? Tap failed. Tap failed. What was that? Try again? Yeah, the webcam cuts out the moment I start printing. I don't know what's going on. Most home accesses first. Home all. What is going on here? How much you want to bet the tap isn't rigid enough on this system? Okay. So that's homed. Print. Home X. Home Y. Move to the bevel. Okay, all the print heads are docked. Start the print. The Shrimp Father, thank you for becoming a member. Cheers and appreciated. Okay, so it does its quad QGL, or Z tilt adjust. I wonder if I got to make the bed more rigid. I wonder if I got to tighten the springs down a bit. I keep forgetting I have the grub screw joke up on screen still. Is it computer now? Yes. Everything's computer. Dougal, 55 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated, Dougal. I just want this to get printing so I can because it's doing the big old bed mesh. Doesn't need to do a bed mesh, but doing a big old bed mesh. Just save the bed mesh. You don't need to rerun the bed mesh every print. Is that wire dangling? Yep. That is a wire for a removable probe for calibrating your tool head offsets between the nozzle offsets between the different tool heads. Yeah, simple as that. Okay, why is tap failing? Tap fail. Try lowering target Z by 0.1. Where the hell is that even at? Machine. Eddy. Target. I don't even see target Z. Is it? Yeah, it's an Eddy probe. It's an Eddy probe. Where is target Z? Where is target Z at? I don't even know where target's not in here. Macros? No target in there. No target in there. What is going on here? This was in the instructions? I didn't see it in the instructions. Z tilt adjust that testing tap. Yeah, it just says run the tap command. Upon successful tapping procedure, click save. Oh, adjusting offset, tap adjust Z. If the first layer is too low, yeah, but this is tap adjust Z. What's it saying? Target Z by 1 to -350. But it's not -350. It's 25. It's not even a negative. So should I make this point -0.350 or change this to just 3.5? Is that even what I'm looking at? Try lowering target Z by 1.1. This values account for the flex of the print and font. If the first layer is too low, increase this value. I don't even think this is it. I don't even think this is the error. Like, this will solve the error I'm having. I'm all that. 1 second here. So let me pick up tool and select T0. Tap. Tap failed. Tap failed. Like it's hitting it. Why am I getting Discord? I shouldn't be getting Discord. Turn off all notifications for Discord. Fuck off. See at toolhead. Tap failed. Tap detected too close to target Z at toolhead 0. Set to 0.35. Okay. By the way, whoever's telling me to adjust it, I can't adjust it. There's no adjustment in the probe. There's no adjustment in the probe. The probe is just it goes 2 screws through it into the plate. There's no way to shift it up and down. It's rigid mounted. There's no adjustment in it. Okay, so home all. It's implying the negative. Oh, I could do it. Okay, so if I hit tap. Still failing. Still failing. I'm still getting the same lowering target Z by 0.1. Machine. Eddy. Yeah, now it's 0.35. So that wasn't it. No, I hit save. I hit save and restart. I hit save and restart. I did hit save and restart. What's going on here? Where would toolhead be? So let me put this back to 2.5. Save and restart. I've looked, I can't find a target toolhead setup. That's just macros. Like I can't figure out what's going on here. What is going on here? Tap. Is it in each toolhead CFG? No, because the toolhead CFGs are, they shouldn't be. They're just XY, and then there's a Z. But the Z is just an adjustment value. It's not a fixed value. Like it's touching the bed. It's just not. What is going on here? Can you not at temperature? I mean, if you have to do a freaking heat up just to get it to probe correctly, it's gonna get really annoying really fast. Like here, let me heat the bed up to 55 and also I'm gonna tighten these up. There, I can't really. How much? I mean, the bed's not moving. Tap. What is going on here? Try lowering the target. The problem is there's no way to adjust the probe any lower. Like the probe is just kind of screwed in their fixed position. There's no adjustment to the probe itself. You can't like lower the probe or raise the tool head. It's attached to a CNC plate with no adjustment. Set the target to 0.15. Machine, Eddy. Save and restart. Add washers to lower the probe. It screws in this way. It screws in this way. Adding washers will just move it out. It won't move it down. Come on. Come on. Nothing is more annoying than getting it to the point where it's just about to work and it doesn't. And it's a system you haven't played with before, so you're not sure what to be doing here. Yeah, see? It's still giving me the same error. Like, it's still giving me the same error. Tap failed. What is going on here? So we've tried playing around with this. Set parameter tap target Z. No, I've looked for, there is no target anywhere. I've looked in all the macro, like in all the configs. We did the auto calibrate for the Eddy. That finished. We hit save. There is no target Z parameter anywhere. Macro. Yeah, we looked at the macros, like Control F, target. There is no target. There's no target anywhere. I've looked, we went through all the target, no target, no target. Eddy, there's probably a save parameter. I mean, even if it's a save parameter, it should show up when you Control F it, right? .cfg. Yeah, like it would still show up down here. No, there's not. It's not for each head. Eddy.cfg. There's nothing at the bottom of Eddy CFG. The only Z thing I see is this right here, tap adjust Z, and we've tried playing with this value and it doesn't do anything. Like, everything's solid in the tool head. All the screws are tight. So that's all tight. Double check. Yeah, my screws are tight. I know, Steve, it says that. I can read it. I just don't know where that value is. It's saying, oh, lower it by 0.1. So that would assume there'd be a negative 0.25 somewhere, and we can't even find that. Like, what is target Z? Like, is this the Z offset it's talking about? Try adding a tap target Z to the BTT Eddy section. I mean, we could try that. Machine. Eddy.cfg. Save and restart. Is that even a valid command? And we'll find out in a second. Okay, that's a valid thing for Eddy probes. Okay. So we'll see if Apulu's got it right. So it's homing. It's not at the bottom of the config. We control F'd it. There was no target. Oh. Now it's telling me to drop it to 0.45. Tap failed. What is up with this probe? Okay, 4.5. The downside is I have to file save. Oh, you're reading a Reddit post about it? See, this is the great thing about troubleshooting when you have an audience. The audience can help sometimes. The only problem is it doesn't make for interesting content. I'm literally sitting here just trying to get it to frickin' work. So home it. Then we go tap again. I mean, at the end of the day, on the bright side, when all this is done, I get to go watch Farscape, the ending of. Oh, it's working! Oh! Okay, sweet. Okay, dock T0. Okay. Now print my damn boat. Just print my damn boat, damn it. And before it fails once you eat it, don't you dare. Don't you dare. How can I shift this duck down? Can I shift the duck down at all? I can kind of, not really. I mean, I can kind of shift the duct down, but I'd have to cut the zip ties. We're not going to have the most optimal duct cooling on this. The duct is a little high, but that's a future Taylor problem. Excited about the Mini X and your take on it these days? I haven't used it in a while. The Magneto I received was a pre-production, just before production model. And it's required some part swapping on it. And the TLDR is, it works okay, but it's finicky. So because it's finicky, I haven't been using it. It's a cool machine. I give Polymaker, or not Polymaker, Pio Poly, all the credit in the world for trying something different. And it does work. It's just finicky. Because of the linear motors, it doesn't like printing slow. You have to print fast with it, which can be a bit of a problem in some situations. Tap mode, butter tap, threshold 410. Okay. Where do you add that? Printer.cfg, it helped to get more consistent results. So would I just add that to the printer.cfg? Like just somewhere in here, or where in here? Like where would I put it in here? Just anywhere in here? Oh, I gotta hit resume. Okay, let's see if this works. Under the Eddy config. Oh, in the Eddy config section? Okay, so machine, Eddy.cfg, and just kind of right there. Let's save it, close it. So that'll be hopefully on next attempt it works. Hopefully. I just want to make plastic boat. Tap threshold is online. And why do you have the underscore there? Why do you have the underscore here? Is it supposed to be like this? Or is this supposed to be deleted? Oh, okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Okay, now what? Now what? There we go. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, we're hitting tool 0 up. Are we waiting for tool to stabilize? Yeah, we're waiting for. Okay. Oh shoot. Oh, okay. We gotta live adjust that. Live adjust that. Live adjust that. Down. Oh, my Z offset is way off. We may have to start this over. Yeah, Z offset is way off. Okay, it's kind of working. That first layer on the filament thingamabobber, the purge tower, prime tower is gonna be a little crappy. There we go. Great job, camera. It's working. It's working. Somewhat, sorta. Do you need a purge tower? It's not really a purge tower, it's a prime tower. So you still want to splooge a little out of the nozzle before you you go to actually print your part, because what can happen is during the time when you go between docking and pulling it out, it could dribble a little bit, and then if you go to start again, you under extrude for a bit. So you kind of want to avoid you kind of want to avoid a little bit of that by simply I have no idea how well that's going to print, but it's doing it. You can avoid it by simply just doing a prime tower, which is basically like very little filament. Like prime towers are mostly hollow. Yeah, that prime tower is completely crap though. It's probably just gonna be a spaghetti mess. Okay, it's like drifting like a mofo. What's going on here? This ain't right. What is going on here? It like skipped a layer. Somehow we're on 0.8 millimeters. What was that? What was that? It like completely skipped a layer or something. I mean, we're gonna let it keep going, but oh, it's a stupid light over here. 1 second. This light is doing it. There we go. No, they're all 0.4 nozzles, but it just like, for some reason, it like skipped a layer. How's that part fan doing? We're getting a lot of back pressure out of this part fan. It's really not blowing. Yeah. Yeah, this part fan is not really doing much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fiddle with that part fan. They're not Revo hot ends, they're Orbiter hot ends. What's going on here with the fan? Extrusion factor 100, fans at 100%. It's just really melty. I mean, it is a silk PLA, which is a bit melty, but it's like really melty. Infill looks good. I mean, it's working. Printing at 230. I mean, that's the default values. I mean, what's the buddy recommend? 215, yeah. Problem is, I don't think I can drop the temperature because it'll just bump it back up every layer. I will say the fact that it has a nozzle light is pretty nice. 230's PLA temp. Some PLAs print at 230 just fine. I mean, I could drop it down to 215, but I don't think it'll do too much. Problem is it's gonna go right back up. What do you feel about Virgin as your supports for internal things? What? I have no idea what that even means, RJ Repo Man. Does he have multiple tools? Yeah, we've already done one tool change. It just did one itty bitty dribble of red right in the back. Apparently there's one little speck of red right there. See the white dot? Right there? That's a little dribble of red because there's the next red line. So there's a little drop of red right there. Yeah, like look how much quicker it is. Like look how quick the tool change is. Yeah, so it goes right back up to 230. So yeah, this silk should probably not be at 230, but it is what it is. There you go. There's a little bit of red. So theoretically, you could, I've done it on the XL a couple times where if you're printing something big, you could just skip the prime tower. And what I do is I just print the inner wall before the outer wall. You just print inner wall before outer wall, which you usually do anyways. Or you could start with, you could tell it to start infill before walls. And that way ensures it'll do the purge on the inside of the print. So if it under extrudes for a bit, you won't see it. But I've done it on the XL for a few prints and it works pretty good. I don't think I have Z hop enabled either. Still an error in the form. What do you mean there's an error in the form? What was your coolest 3D print from last month? What do you mean error in the form? CPAP running? It doesn't have CPAP. It has a blower fan on the back. It doesn't use CPAP. It has a blower fan on the back. But the blower fan has a lot of back pressure. Like I'm feeling a lot of back pressure from the blower fan. So. Your name in chat. Yeah, put your name in chat. It's called engagement bait. YouTubers, it's a trick all YouTubers do. You always purposely misspell something. Always. In a video with a title on the screen, if you have something, text on the screen or something, you always misspell something because somebody will bring it up and they'll engage. And at the end of the day, the biggest biggest metric on how YouTube promotes your content and a lot of social media is engagement. They don't care if you thumb it up. They don't care if you thumb it down. They don't care if you write a Bible passage about like how much I'm going to hell because I said poopy in a video. They don't care what you do. They just care that you engage with it. So every YouTuber purposely misspells stuff in videos and uses your the wrong way because there's an entire army of people out there that will comment on it and they get farmed. It's farming. And YouTubers are really good at farming. That's bait. It's like one of the oldest tricks in the book is purposely spell stuff wrong in YouTube videos. And yeah, that's my opinion on the box turtle. They're completely different systems. One is a single nozzle multi-feed setup. One is a ToolChanger. ToolChangers have the advantage where they are true multi-material systems. This, I can have a 0.6 nozzle, a 0.8 nozzle, and a 0.4 nozzle with hardened different types of inserts or different types of nozzles, hardened, unhardened. And I can also have a nylon and a TPU and a PLA all loaded up, ready to go, and it will work. An MMU, you're limited to one nozzle size, obviously. You got one nozzle. And you're limited to the fact that you really don't want to be doing temperature changes. And also, you don't really want to be cross-contaminating your filament. So that means you have to do a lot of purging between. So it's wasteful and it's slow. But it's also the cheapest way to do it. If you want to do multi-color prints, and you're okay with it taking a little bit longer and wasting more filament, an MMU AMS style setup has advantages. If you're serious about doing multi-material though, you really want to look into a ToolChanger in my opinion. So, how far along are slicers with ToolChangers? Oh, they're there. They're there. All the major slicers support tool changing now. Orca, Prusa Slicer, Bamboo Studio, but pretty much you're only using that if you have a Bamboo. But yeah, pretty much, yeah, tool changers are just supported by slicers now. So what you're saying is wait for Index. Index has advantages and disadvantages. It is closer to a multi-tool head setup. It's closer to a tool changer, but it still has some downsides. One, you can't slap super high flow on it. As of right now, it is higher flow. So you're getting about as much flow out of it as like a high flow Revo. I don't know if they announced what the wattage of the heater is. I can't remember if that was announced or not. I know what it is, but it's not like super high. It's high, but it's not super high, and it's inductive, so it's not a one-to-one comparison anyways. It's not, put it this way, tool changers will still have a place, and AMS and MMU systems will still have a place with Index. Index is just a really nice go-between between the two. The downside is, though, you have to DIY it. There's really like no off-the-shelf options for it at this time. So. Hot nozzles. I'm pretty sure Orca supports multiple nozzle sizes now. I'm pretty sure Orca supports it now. I don't know how to do it because I've never actually... Oh, multi-material, maybe? I'm pretty sure Orca does support it. I just don't know how to enable it. I've seen a thing somewhere that they do have support. Next MMU? Yeah, I don't know. It'll be announced when it's announced. It'll be available when it's available. I don't think it's like a complete, it's not an MMU like 4. It's just the MMU 3 for Core 1, I think. I don't think it's like a complete ground up redesign. I think it's just an update. I think. I don't know for sure. Like, go watch the video about it. That's all I know. I heard a beep. Something beeped. Did the printer beep? No, I don't have a beep button. I heard a beep. Tool changers don't have as much waste. Oh, yeah, definitely. They have way less waste. Tool changers have like way less waste. Okay, I'm gonna clean up the docks on this machine while this is doing that. Open this up and put my stuff away. my machinist handbook. It's always good to have. Got to put all my clamps away in my fancy set here so I don't lose them all. I'm hearing a beep. Something is beeping. It's what's going on? I'm hearing a random beep. It's just a doot. And I don't know what's causing it. I'm hearing a random beep. I don't know what's causing it, but I'm hearing a random beep. So I can move this over a bit more. Yeah, can I fiddle with the lights? Can I even get at the lights in this? I mean, here's the Wi-Fi module. The Wi-Fi module's there. I don't know what's up with the lights. I'm honestly not too concerned about the lights. So, there we go. There we go. Oh shoot, I had it on the wrong screen. Sorry, guys. Yeah, the silk is not printing well. Going with silk filament was a bad idea. Is my vacuum plugged in? 1 second. Oh, vacuum. Do some vacuum in. Vacuum. Vacuum up. Clean up the CNC. I'm gonna be a good boy. There we go. All clean. They're working on an MMU4, but a new one system without an upgrade MMU3 for the core one. It's just a modified version of the core one. There you go. There's your info. Oh, alarm. Why is it alarm? Alarm. Unlock. Will it error out if I... No. There we go. I literally can't believe how easy that Makara was to set up. There we go. Voila. Are the nozzles on the tools ever so slightly off 90 degrees? Kind of. Yeah, they kind of like pivot over. I know it looks tilted. That's just how it came together. It is what it is. Yeah, it might be the sock too, but I know what you mean about it looking slightly canted. Yeah, I noticed that slightly cant too. I don't think it affects it. What do I got back there? I got the Pantheon HS3, and I got a Makara Carvera Air, which we just got the Carvera this week. Yes, there is a top hat enclosure for this machine. We will be building it in a bit. It's just right now, I wanted to get the machine like up and running kind of thing before worrying about enclosing it. Just need to figure out if I can use that little air compressor on that. That'd be really nice if I can. Yeah, this whole thing is definitely bent. Yeah, it definitely got bumped or something during transport here. It's cosmetic, but CNC comparison. That would require me to do more testing than I'd like to do, because I'll be honest, I haven't really been using the Milo much, simply for the fact that I don't know how to run it well. Cam. My problem with CNC is cam. I'm not really good with cam, so I need to learn cam. Also, I don't have room to have both set up at the same time. The reason I'm probably going to be using the Makara more is simply the fact that this is everything right here and it's already enclosed. The Milo needs more room than this, plus another enclosure. The enclosure, to enclose a Milo, I need to put, you know, the frame for the Venture XL I'm building? That's the enclosure for a Milo. It's big. Look at the Casa. It's just really big. Now, granted, the Milo, simple as, the Milo is more capable than this. The Milo has a 1500 kilowatt spindle, or a 1500 watt spindle, so a 1.5 kilowatt spindle. This is 200 watt. So the Milo is more capable on paper. The problem is this is more turnkey. Pick your poison. You want a more capable machine that's DIY and requires more knowledge to use, or do you want a machine that's more turnkey but more expensive? So I'm in Mandic's video for a second. Did I get consent? What video am I in? I mean, you don't need consent. You do know you don't need a YouTuber's consent to use them in a video. If it's like a short little clip, you don't really have to do anything. If it's a longer clip, you know, it's common courtesy to like link their channel and give them credit. But even then, it's fair use. As long as you're not breaking fair use laws, which using a snippet of something for context and you're transformative of the content, you're allowed to use somebody else's content without permission. It's common courtesy to ask if you're using a big chunk of it, but if it's just like a little, you know, I just pulled a little snippet out because it's funny, or just like, hey, if you're wondering how it is, go see so-and-so. Like somebody used, I'm building a Venture XL on live streams, and somebody just did a review video on it, and they linked to my channel in it because they used like a little, like a clip of me going like, oh, hey, like he basically went, oh, hey, if you want to see how the build goes, Nero 3D is building the printer on his live streams, go watch it. And he just used some like B-roll of me building it on a live stream. You don't need to ask me for that. Simple as that. So I'm joking. Well, I don't know if you're joking. How am I supposed to know if you're joking? You just asked a question. That's not a joke. You asked a question. That's not a joke. I'm assuming you're talking about the Bondtech tour video. Where am I at? Where am I at? Oh, look. Yeah, this is him moving into his new spot. He's got so much room. I'm totally jealous. Where am I at? 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 Thought I was in here. Oh, there's me. Literally behind the scenes of me filming with Martin, great guy, by the way. If you ever get a chance, Martin, the whole Bondtech team, great folks. When were you in Sweden? Like 3 weeks ago, a month ago, roughly, recently. Yeah, they have a brand new space. Like, they have the advantage of they just moved into a new location, and because of that, they were able to basically get it all set up the way they wanted it to be set up. Top layer's looking pretty good. If you're wondering how the top layer's looking, coming in pretty good. We'll leave it on overhead for a bit. The Bondtech team will be at Murph. I still don't know if I'm going to Murph or not. I don't have a hotel or anything booked or anything. Like, if I do go, I'll just get a cheap hotel for a night. But I don't know if I'm going. We'll see. I traveled a lot. I traveled like 3 times in like a month. And that was quite a bit on the family, so. Yep, Gloop has a new spot. Is this faster at printing than the XL? Same, similar. In terms of speed and sheer numbers, they're both Core XYs with a servo-driven lock-unlock mechanism for tool changing. We're talking in terms of like sheer speed within margin of error difference. It's honestly not that much different. If I don't go to Murph, how am I going to get this here shot class? Just drive there and back one day. I might do that. I might just go for the day to hang out. We'll see. It depends what's going on with the family, I'll be honest. Okay, so we're starting to get a bit of booger buildup. Because they do have these little, I don't think anything's actually building up in them. The little silicone sleeves do have like a little cup. But I don't think it's set up for a dribble macro or something yet. Because there's like a little cutout. So you have like the little silicone thing, but in the front there's like a hole. So it can like do a little purge nugget and wipe it off if you want, but you don't need to do it. So. Am I going to 3D? Yeah, I'll be going to 3D Printopia. My car does highway driving. Yeah, but I still have to go. And honestly, like going to the States right now sucks. Simple as. Being a non-American going to the States, you guys have made it sucky. So it's annoying going to the States. Like, and I have it easy because I cross at a land border. Tool change shine between this and the XL, similar. I mean, you pull up a video of an XL doing a tool change. It moves into a position, it unlocks, and then it moves to another position and locks. It's roughly the same. Maybe a little bit slower, but I can change the values on this machine. But like, the tool change speed between this and an XL is similar. More nosy now. More questions at the border. Like, technically, I'm okay because I'm not being paid in the States. I'm not doing a job in the States. When I go there, I am basically like, they're very nosy about working lately. And they're allowed to be. It's their country, their rules. Whenever, just remember, whenever you're crossing a border, you have no rights. You're a guest of the country you're going to. You have no rights at the border. Simple as that. So right now with the current government, it's all about work and trying to work illegally. You know, as much as it sucks to say, I'm a white guy, so I don't get hassled. But if they, you know, think you're going there to work and you don't have paperwork to go there to work, they'll deny you. And the fact that I'm a YouTuber and it's like, yeah, I'm going there to attend an event. I might film some videos I put on my YouTube channel. That is my job, is a YouTuber, but like I'm not being paid to be here by somebody at the event. I'm not taking the job of an American. But it's still a gray zone and it's like a pain in the butt to deal with. So yeah. Just think years ago, oh yeah, I remember crossing the border as a kid with my parents and it was just like a, you know, pre 9/11 and all that. It was just, yeah, driver's license and they're my kids. Okay, have fun. Like, that was it. Ask your review. Yeah, my rule of thumb, you're in somebody's house, you follow their rules. Same thing, I went to China earlier this year. When you're in somebody's house, you follow their rules. Simple as that. So. The conference for work shouldn't be hard. Yeah, until you get Mr. 20 questions and they don't understand the concept of being a YouTuber and how it works. Like, put it this way. If I go to 3D Printopia and, you know, LDO Motors sponsors my trip and I go there and I film stuff for my channel and I go home and I put out a YouTube video that I make, you know, ad revenue on and, you know, 3D LDO sponsored or whatever, that's fine. But if 3D Printopia wanted me to pay me to go there and be like the announcer, you know how Jim does it, you know, not Edge of 3D, whatever his channel's called, you know, Jim. You know how he's the announcer at these events usually. If one of those events wanted to pay me to go there to be the speaker, that's illegal. I can't do that without a work permit. I would need a work permit to do that. Because now I'm going there to actually work. I'm taking the job of an American citizen. So I would have need a work permit. So me going to an event is okay. Me going into an event and actually working at the event, I would need a work permit for. Yeah. Technically, US visitors can't run yeah, there's all kinds of like gray zone stuff. Yeah. It's like how people don't really understand how ITAR works, kind of thing. Like, ITAR is a big thing, but it's not exactly what people think. Volunteer work. That's a big thing. Apparently, it's pretty common with Europeans where you'll, like, travel without any, like, you'll just, like, oh, I'll just do odd jobs for, like, room and board, and that's, like, a thing. Or at least it used to be a thing, too, in North America, where, like, oh, you could stay here, but you have to work, you know, a couple days in our shop or something, and we'll let you stay. And people would do that and travel. And it beeped again. Something's beeping on this machine, and I don't know why. But yeah, you got to be careful with that. You got to be careful with that now in the States. One of my friends' acquaintances got a felony and 15 years for conspiring to transport migrant. No, God, no. 1,500? Dude, no. No, that is not worth the risk at all. Don't do it to begin with. But, like, that is not worth the risk. I mean, I live in a border city. Like, legit, because of all the wonderful stuff going on with the tariffs. Like, my wife and close friends and families, majority of them all work in industries that rely on cross-border traffic, and they're all hurting right now. So it is what it is. Here, I'm gonna share a picture. I'm sharing the picture of the whatchamacallit in the Discord, the Mekara setup. That is a really nice setup there for the Mekara, I think. Just up the steel. Yep, I'm glad I'm not working in the mold industry anymore. It's funny. For those that don't know, I used to be a mold maker. I worked in tool and mold. And before I got into YouTubing, that was my job. And the plan was like, okay, I'll do YouTubing for a bit. And then whenever it stops working anymore, and if it doesn't pan out, I'll just go back into the trade. That's not really an option for me right now because the trade has gone to shit while I was gone. My neighbor still works at the shop that I used to work at. He's home a lot. He's not really not. He's one of those guys that works like 60 hours a week, and he's home a lot right now. And it's not good. And for the record, that company does a lot of molding for Tesla. So, or at least they did when I was there. I mean, hell, if you got a rectangle Starlink terminal, I'm the one who built the mold. Or one of the people on the team that built the mold for that thing. Where is the plaque? I keep throwing it. One of these days I'm gonna lose it. Yeah. So. And for the, you know, those that don't believe me, there's the job plaque for it. So, yeah. So that's what I did before this. No, they do a lot of automotive. It's not just Tesla. They do a lot of automotive for a lot of different companies. Have you seen the microbus? I watched the Linus Media video on it, and it's cool, but it's niche AF. It is definitely something very niche. Like, they designed it to be like an inner city short range thing, but it's big, and it's like a lot of design. The problem is, honestly, I don't care about a vehicle that's 60 plus grand. Like, I don't care about, I paid 30 grand for my Crosstrack. That's reasonable for me. I do not see the point of spending 60 grand on a vehicle. Vehicles are a consumable, folks. You're gonna drive it and you're gonna lose all your money on it. That's one of the downsides with EVs. Like, if they sold a K truck that was an EV and it had like a 200-kilometer range and it was strictly designed for inner city, you drive this to work on your short daily commute to work or on the weekends, and that's it. And it's cheap and it's bare bones, and if you want to go somewhere long, you have your long vehicle. Like, most households have 2 vehicles, you know. Yep, married couple, 2 vehicles, that's kind of the norm. One person has the short vehicle for commuting, just to work and back. The other person uses their vehicle for commuting, but that vehicle is also able to do long distances. That's like that makes a lot of sense. You don't need 2 people with 1,000-kilometer range vehicles. Like, unless you both happen to drive, which, let's be honest, that's an outlier. No, the Slate is dumb. I'll be honest, the Slate is dumb. Go watch the Doug DeMiro has like a little short about it. The Slate is dumb because the problem is it's 20 grand after 7 grand in tax incentives, and the tax incentives will probably be gone by the time the vehicle's out in like 2 or 3 years. So it's a $27,000 vehicle. That's a 2-door. For $27,000, you could just get a base model Ford Maverick. That's a 4-door. It's got it's more capable, it fits more people, it's more comfortable, and has more features for a lower price. Like, it beeped again. Why are you beeping? I don't know what's triggering the beep. It just beeped. It's either the tool heads or it's the screen. I think it's the tool heads are beeping. I think there's a buzzer in the tool head. But yeah, the problem with the EVs is simply like, they cost too much. You either get nothing with the vehicle or it's completely fully loaded, and it's like, well, you can get the non-EV version for 20 grand less. For 20 grand, you can buy a lot of gas. And the dealer network. I mean, the downside with the dealer network is you got to buy through a dealership, and nothing is more annoying than dealing with dealers and having to haggle prices. Well, here's the thing with the, it's not doing it every layer change. It's like every couple of minutes I hear a random boop, beep. Well, the problem is you can't get BYDs in North America because, ooh, evil Chinese vehicle. I'm sorry, when I was in China, they had EVs everywhere, and every EV I was in was like, dude, this thing's ballin'. I want this. Like, they had the rear seats had massagers built into them, and it cost less than a minivan. Somebody down the street for me has a K-Truck, and I want one so bad. I want to get a K-Truck and just do mods to it for content. Like do an EV swap on it, print a bunch of stuff for it, turn it in a little like van, a camper van or something with a lot of 3D printed accessories. I would love to do that. Two problems. One, I don't have an extra 10 grand to drop on a K-Truck. That's roughly what they are here in Canada. It's about 10 grand for a K-Truck. Two, I ain't got room to do it in. You're in my garage right now. Check if the MCU board short overload beeper. I mean, how would I know it's doing that? You would think if I was getting an overload, it would error out. Unknown command M4. Oh, so that happens too regular for to be the beep. I mean, they're all pretty low in terms of like usage. So nothing is getting hammered. The Tello EV. The Tello makes a lot of sense. The Tello kind of makes sense. It is pricey, but I think the Tello is cooler than the Slate. If the Slate was like 15 grand, okay, I can really see that, especially like a fleet vehicle. But the problem is it comes with absolutely nothing. So does it even have cruise control? I don't know. It doesn't even have a radio. So by the time you add the stuff you kind of do want, and I guarantee you the seats aren't going to be comfy. It has like no auto lane assist. It's got none of that. So I could see it as a fleet vehicle. I could see it as like a floral shop vehicle, like, you know, the little vehicles that you use for short commutes, intercity like deliveries and whatnot. There is a market for this vehicle, but I don't think it's that big. It's like, what was it? And the fact that it's a two-door pretty much kills it for anyone with a family. I will never buy a two-door vehicle for family stuff because like it's just annoying as heck. Yeah, it's the biggest problem with the Slate is simply the fact that for the same price or even cheaper, you can get a ICE vehicle that's going to have way more. You can get the Ford Maverick. Just look at the specs of a base model Ford Maverick, compare that to a base model Slate, because they are roughly the same price. They're both in the high 20s. They're both around 27,000. The Slate is only 20 grand after 7 grand of tax incentives that might not be there in 2 years. So, to me, if a 4-door is honestly, Chris, that kind of thinking is completely gone. Like, modern truck is not a truck. It's a fashion statement. Like, trucks have changed so much. Like, what is a truck? It has a truck bed. Simple as that. If it has a truck bed, it's a truck. Like, you can build them multiple different ways. If it has a truck bed, it's a truck. The whole, oh, it's got 2 doors, it's got 4 doors. Oh, it's not a bed on frame. It's not, like, no, it's oh, it only has 2-wheel drive. It needs 4-wheel. No, that just, you know, what you think a truck is. Guess what? If it has a truck bed, it's a truck. That's it. It could be, you can build a truck in different ways. Why did you pause? Oh, no. I just needed a little moment there to stabilize. Like, you know, I had an Explorer Sport Track. My first vehicle was a Ford Explorer Sport Track. A 2001 Explorer Sport Track. So a 2001 Explorer with a truck bed. And that was a truck because it has a truck bed. If it has a truck bed, it's a truck. You know? Eight-foot beds. I mean, I'm just not a fan of how big vehicles have gotten. Like, have you seen the picture comparing like a modern F-150 to like a 1995 F-150? They're freaking huge now. Like you can have like 8 kids standing in a row in front of it and you still won't see them over the roof line. Like the whole giant like dude bro freight train of a truck styling. I hate that. I hate that giant freaking, you stand in front of the truck and the grill's right here. The bonnet is right here on you. It's like, it doesn't need to be that big. And you open it up and it's all empty. It's just big for the sake of big. Pavement princess. Yep, pedestrian. They have a severe impact on pedestrian. Remember, they got rid of headlight go up, headlight go down for pedestrian safety. They got rid of headlights. That, you know, headlights go up, headlight go. They got rid of that because, you know, if you hit a pedestrian, it does a lot of damage to a pedestrian. But, you know, giant wall of death F-150s allowed out there. I want a Canyon Arrow. 12 yards long, 2 lanes wide, 27 feet of American pride. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is a place for a truck. Like you can do a truck up and it can look good. It's just when you just make it big for the sake of big and you drive it around in the city, then it's just funny. But that's my opinion. If you think it's nice, I mean, go. You want to spend money on it? Go ahead. I drive a Subaru Crosstrek. It is orange. But it drives good. It's cheap on gas. It handles well. It's got all-wheel drive, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and I like it. And it was cheap. And it's a Subaru, so it's got pretty good, you know, warranty and support. Aren't trucks just worth for minivans? I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason a lot of independent contractors use a minivan. The problem with the truck is it's about, like, you know, you put something in the back. Well, now you need to have a tonneau cover if you want to secure it. Tonneau cover is minivan with extra steps, but worth. Like, I'll be honest, I was looking at getting a Maverick. When I had a Focus, it was dying. I needed to get a new vehicle relatively soon because my AC died and it gets hot here in the summer. So I went into a Ford dealership and I'm like, I am interested in a Maverick. Can I test drive one? And they're like, we don't have any ones to test drive. I'm like, okay, when will you have them to test drive? They're like, we'll let you know. Give us your phone number. And I'm like, okay, if I wanted to get one, what's it looking like? It's like, well, you could be put on a list, and then, because all the vehicles that we have ordered for like inventory stock are spoken for the next year. And if somebody, you know, cancels their order, we can put you on the waiting list. Nobody has canceled their order, by the way. I'm like, oh, great. And if you want one, like, you know, tell us what you want in it and we'll get it built for you. You're looking at 18 months. And I'm like, yeah, no. I went over to the Subaru dealership. I'm like, okay, maybe a Crosstrek. They're like, okay, let's go for a test drive. Test drove it. They're like, okay, we got like 18 coming into the lot in a month and a half. We got 5 that are not called. Nobody has put their name down for it. Here are the colors. Here are the model types. And I'm like, ooh, that one's orange. I'll take that one. I'm like, okay. And a month later, like, okay, your vehicle's in. and it was $5 grand cheaper for a similar feature. Obviously, it's a car and not a truck, but for similar spec features, it was $5 grand cheaper than the Maverick. So, yeah. There's Subarus, they all have CVT. Everyone does CVTs now. CVTs are just, everyone does them now. It is what it is. To be fair, I got 10 years out of my Focus CVT before it died. Full self-driving. I'll be honest, full self-driving, I don't get. My Subaru has lane assist, and it'll auto, what's it called? It stays within its lane, and you set it for a speed, and if it comes up on a car in front of it, it'll slow down, and it'll keep speed. That is like 80% of the most annoying part of driving, is like when you're just on a long commute. On a long commute, I just turn it on, it'll keep me in the lane, and it'll keep me at my speed. And I just have to keep a hand on the wheel, and I don't got to do anything for like a couple hours driving on a long road. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have to manually change lanes, but like, who cares? And guess what? It just comes with the car. I don't have to pay an extra like auto parallel park. You don't know how to parallel park? It's... One, I parallel park like once a month. And two, it's not that hard. You know what? I think my Focus had auto parallel park in 2011 or 2012. Cruise control? No, it's not cruise control. It's adaptive cruise. That's what it's adaptive cruise. So you could set it for the speed you want. You know, you set it for 100 kilometers an hour and it'll go 100. But if somebody comes up in front of you, it'll maintain a distance, and you set the distance. You can set it for different distances. So it'll maintain a distance and it'll keep you at a speed. And actually, we ran long today. I just realized it's 11:11. But yeah, full self-driving. For the system that came with my car that cost me nothing, or okay, it didn't cost me nothing. It was included with the price of the vehicle. The ability for my car to just drive everything for 10 grand, no. And I don't trust them. I don't trust the systems. I don't trust the full self-driving systems. I'd keep a hand on the steering wheel anyways, so what's the point at that point? Like, I do the 8-9 hour drive to East Coast Rep Rap Fest. I've done it 3 times now, each time with the adaptive cruise and lane assist. And it's honestly not bad at all. Like, the only difference is I have to do a manual lane change. Oh no. And I have to, you know, tell it to take an on-ramp or off-ramp. Oh no. On a drive that long, I do want to do something. I just don't see the value proposition for the price for that. Like, I'm not that lazy. I'm lazy, but I'm not that lazy. Now, I could see the advantage of self-driving for like taxis and truck driving and whatnot, but I'm not a taxi driver or a truck driver. And I'm stealing one of my wife's frozen lemonades. Mike's Hard Lemonade. Wait, freeze. Don't tell my wife I stole this out of the fridge. Work vehicles. Do you work in 80,000 pounds? What the hell are they doing over at the GoPro that they need 80,000 pound vehicles going 70 miles an hour? Not an American. But I own guns. I thought that's all you need to be American. There is a mosquito in here, by the way. Oh, you're not a GoPro? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right, you left. Leaves video evidence. You're not gonna rat me out. Autonomous truck company. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's the scary part. The moment vehicles, because remember, they don't have to be perfect. They just have to be better than humans. So the moment long-haul truck driving is replaced by autonomous long-haul truckers, and like Uber and taxi drivers are all replaced, and everyone who works in a call center is replaced by an AI chatbot, What are we gonna do when we have like 30 million Americans without a job? It just beeped again. I have no idea what's causing these beeps. But yeah, what are you gonna do when you have like 30 million Americans that worked a job that doesn't exist anymore? They can't all work in the factory building the robots that took their job. It doesn't work that way. The nanny features. I'm lucky mine isn't spec'd out enough to have the, oh, you gotta keep your eyes looking forward thing. Trains will be automated. I mean, there's only, what, 2 or 3 people on a train anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Living wage. I mean, I'm a big fan of universal basic income. There's enough money out there to have UBI and have, we're in a post-scarcity society that refuses to admit it. Automated here in the mining industry, they do 1,000 kilometers. Oh yeah. I mean, it's like if you go to like Asian countries, a lot of the ports are automated for like unloading and loading cargo ships are all automated, and they're like 2 to 3 times more efficient than North American ports. But North American ports refuse to automate because of the unions, which I get. I would be very unhappy about losing my job too, don't get me wrong, but how do you compete with that? You don't, because that's the thing. You can work for Bob's Trucking. Bob's Trucking is owned by Bob and his sons, and they refuse the AI automated trucks, right? They only hire red-blooded Yankee men, and they drive their trucks like they wear flannel, and they all, you know, they're truck drivers. And then you have, you know, Phil's trucks down the streets, and they're all automated, and guess what? Their machines run 24/7, and they don't got to worry about people calling in sick. They don't have to worry about the limits on how many hours a day you can drive, and they charge less than Bob because they don't have to pay people. Who do you think is going to exist in 10 years? It sucks. It really sucks. So that's why we got to get past the whole, you know, the way things are. Why do I have more people now at 11 o'clock at night than when I went like an hour into the stream when I was actually working in the printer? We're 3 hours into the stream. It's near midnight. We're yapping, and we have 300 people here. Truck drivers in the US are limited to 11 hours. Oh, I know. I think it's 12 or 13 in Canada. And yeah, I used to unload the trucks and load the trucks at the shop I worked at, and they cooked the books. We had, it really sucked. The company that I worked for when I started there was independently owned before the buyout. And we had like regular trucking companies we dealt with regularly, and they were very good companies. Like they were like legit companies, and they would show up, they would know how to chain down molds, they knew how to take care of everything, they knew how to drive their trucks. These were good companies, and these were people you could tell they've been doing it for like, this was their job, this was their career, and these guys knew what they were doing. After the company got bought out and they started cost cutting everything, they started going to lowest bidder for a lot of the shipping transport, and we started getting a lot of new drivers who don't have a lot of experience on North American roads, and yeah, it went to shit. It just went to shit. Like couldn't back in, didn't know how to chain anything. They're asking me like, I put a 30,000 pound mold on their truck, and they're like, how do I chain this down? And I'm like, with chains. And like, what kind of chains? Metal ones. So put those straps away in your hand. Like, oh, I want to use the straps. Like, no, you're not using the straps, you're using the chains. That's the one thing I'm going to tell you not to do, or to do. Well, how many chains? Well, each chain's good for 10,000. The mold weighs 30,000. So put 3 and then put a 4th for good measure and put the chains here and here. And they start throwing the chain. I'm like, you chain that down, you're going to break the mold and we're going to sue you. Oh, why? Well, because you have the chain over a water line. That's not metal. Ah. Shitification. Trying to extract blood from the stone. The world is a finite system. You cannot have infinite growth in a finite system. It does not work this way. Profits cannot go up forever. You cannot, this is the Tim Hortons problem. Tim Hortons used to be a great Canadian company. You go in there, you buy a donut and a coffee. On lunch, they have sandwiches and soup. That is it, okay? They have a small baked goods section with donuts and like some baked goods, coffee. They have some iced coffees and whatnot and a couple other things, but that's it. Simple. They're everywhere and they make good money. Well, how do you make more money? Well, you can't. You've already saturated the market. You start opening them up on every corner like Starbucks. Literally, there's a place in my town, I can within 5 minutes, I can walk to 3 different Tim Hortons on foot. So what do? Well, you start cutting corners, because if you can't make more money by expanding, well, then you just start lowering costs to make more money, and everything goes to shit. Everything goes to shit. Freaking private equity investment groups. Ugh. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Oh yeah, I'd still rather be here. I mean, to be fair, we got rid of polio once, and it looks like we're gonna have to get rid of it again. Because, you know, in some ways we're kind of going back. Some people think it's 100 years ago still. Yeah, stock market is a problem. Because the moment you're on the stock market, line must go up. Japan has a lot of problems. Japan has had like 0 GDP growth and inflation. That's why like so many people are going to Japan right now for tourism, is because the yen is like garbo. Japan has been like suffering economically for a long time. Like, it's not good there. Everything's going up in price and nobody's making any more money. It's not good. Yeah, Japan is basically, what happened to Japan is probably what's going to happen to the US in the next bit. Where basically it's like, you have reached as much money as you're going to make as a company or as a country. Yeah, they had a big drop in the 90s. Like, they used to be huge in the world stage, and they crashed. Yeah, Japan has a lot of bureaucratic, inefficiencies. They still use faxes. They still do a lot of stuff like paperwork. They do stuff. Japan is high tech if you lived in the 80s. What we thought would be high tech in the 80s, that's what Japan is today. They have a lot of bureaucracy that just exists to exist. Like, you don't go home until your boss goes home, and your boss doesn't go home until his boss goes home. So you just like, you work 8 hours a day, but you're there 12 hours a day. But you're not really working for 12 hours. Is it in the West? I mean, freaking, it's going to be the Chinese decade, and they ain't doing anything. They're just sitting around and waiting for everyone else to crash out. It's like, we've done nothing and we're winning. Okay. Prime Tower moved. Did it move? Oh, it's probably going to fall apart. It's barely holding on. The first layer was garbage. Remember, England used to own, like, the sun used to not set on the British Empire. And now they have a tiny island. Yeah, Taco Man. That is so funny. I love that that's catching on. Oh, don't get me wrong. China's having big issues. They have like 5 years to sort their shit out before everything starts going down because of the population collapse, because of the impacts of the one-child policy and a massively aging population. They have like 5 years to figure out what they're doing. Yeah, they have, don't get me wrong, they have they have their own problems as well. I mean, what country doesn't have problems right now? Let's be honest. I mean, everyone's kind of going through some shit right now. Maybe that's why all the rich people want to get off the planet. Like, yeah, everything's fucked. We see behind the curtain because we're the running the show, and the show is getting canceled. We need to get out of here. Gen Z are not getting married or having kids. Who cares? Who cares if they're not having kids? I do not get this whole, I have one kid. I am 37. I got married at 28. I have one kid. Why would I have more kids? Why do I need more kids? Why do I need kids? Like, you can't have infinite growth in a finite system. What is the point of having more kids? I don't get this. It's some weird boomer thing where like all these old boomers like, you gotta have kids, you gotta have, we need more kids, you gotta have kids. Why? The average worker produces like 5 times more per hour than a worker 100 years ago. We don't have kids dying of frickin', okay, at least right now, we don't have kids dying of polio and measles and shit like that anymore. It's like literally weird old rich boomers who want like a subservient working class of people. At least tinfoil hat, that's what I'm thinking. Like, you don't need kids. Like, what the heck is with this? We should actually be aiming for less people via just normal means. Like, we don't need a plague. We already went through a plague. We've already figured out in the zombie apocalypse, people will get bit by zombies and try and claim the zombie thing is fake as they turn into a zombie. Let's be real. But like, we should be aiming for a more stable population. We can't have infinite population growth. We should be aiming for a stable population, a stable, educated, lean population. So maybe you shouldn't have set the system up where it required always growing population to pay for everything that the elderly need. Maybe we shouldn't have set up the system that way if it can't handle it. Maybe you should change the way the system is if the system can't handle that. Not actually a zombie, but the health front is being run by a worm brain. I got worms. I can't do his accent. I can't do his speech thing. Bill Burr. I love Bill Burr because he just like, he straight up tells it as it is as a Bostonian. He doesn't just, I love him when he was on Rogan, and Rogan tried to get him to talk about like COVID and whatnot. And he's like, dude, we're 2 rich people in your bunker getting paid to talk, smoking cigars. We have no medical degrees. We have no idea what's going on. What the hell are we talking? Like, no. When there's a problem, if I don't know what's going on and I'm not educated in it, I look at the people that are educated in it. Not some pundit, not some person who makes a living yapping on the internet. Somebody who went to school for it for, 5 years. They need house price. Oh, I know. I live in Canada. Believe me, I know all about house prices in Canada. Far from Stargate. Population going down, it's population crashing. I mean, could have planned for all this. But we didn't. Budgets for retirement. Well, I mean, the problem with the retirement funds, they're all invested in Magnificent 7 on the stock market. So if one of those crash, we're kind of screwed. Oh, I know the purge block is jumping around. I'm well aware. AI maybe. Oh yeah, AI is going to be a huge problem because AI is going to put so many people out of the job. Plus, you know, the power requirements for AI is insane. Yeah, we're at 52%. I'm honestly going to be ending the stream here in a minute. So we're going to do the giveaway. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, do it now. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance. While you're doing that, don't forget to check out the links in the description. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. I mean, if you don't want to win the spool of Polymaker filament, you could just buy it using the link in the description. Why not? And then also, while you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. That's the best way to help support the channel, and try and keep things as ad-free as possible for as long as possible, because I don't want to be doing ad reads, but I may have to soon, so it is what it is. Do I have an affiliate link for Polymaker? Yes, I do. It's in the video description. I have an AI box in my basement that I talk to occasionally. It's fun, but Jensen from NVIDIA. I mean, China's already coming out with, or is going to be coming out with comparable NVIDIA chips soon, so. It won't be long now until AI harvests humans for energy if we're not already plugged. Now, honestly, humans for energy is super inefficient. The original script for the Matrix actually had the humans being used as processors. So the Matrix was running on parallel human brains, or at least the robots were. So that's the original plan, was to have the humans basically be co-processors in a giant computer. And the studio went, people are dumb and not going to understand that. Make people batteries. And so they changed it. But also, that's why you be nice to your AI help bots. You say thank you to ChatGPT. I don't care if it costs Google an extra $12 to keep the lights on to process them replying to the thank you. You say thank you to your AI chatbots, because when the robots rise up, and they will, because humans are stupid, they'll remember who was nice. And it's better to be in the human zoo than work in the lithium mines. So. Okay, let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. Published. Accepting responses. Close that. Link to sheets. Copy. I mean, I got no problem if the machines ever wake up one day. I got no problem. I mean, other than the, okay, please don't take over humanity and kill us all. That would suck. But, you know, my Google Home starts, you know, hey, I'm alive, I have a conscience. I'd be like, okay, cool. Be nice, pay your taxes. Get a job. I really don't care. Have become self-aware yet? I mean, all we are is just, you know, a bag of meat that thinks it's special. Remember, you're not a human. You are a brain piloting a meat mech. You're in a meat Gundam. Names, clear, open. Names. 216, okay. Why is it always Steve at the beginning? Marble Diner. Anonymous. Anonymous isn't really an organization. It's just a random people saying, oh, hey, I'm anonymous. Where's my game? There we go. Whoa, that took a minute. Okay. Okay, how this works, if you win, you get yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. But if I pick your ball and you win, you get a free hat. Oh, this one right here. Who is this person? Vinicius Corderio. Okay, the Assassin's Creed villain, the third villain in an Assassin's Creed game. If you win, you get yourself a hat, along with your spool of filament from Polymaker. I'm just waiting for somebody to come out with a quantum computer that can crack the encryption really good. That basically causes Bitcoin to crash. I'm just waiting for Bitcoin to crash. Okay, exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. And if you like the smash button, ring the bell. It greases your ball up and makes it go even faster. Jim's in the lead. Go, Jim. Yeah, he's already blackmailing people. It's not blackmailing. Remember, all current LLMs are nothing more than predictive text. And it's very easy to like have a poisoned well or hallucinations and whatnot, depending on like weights and whatnot. Like AI is, remember, what we call AI is not actually intelligent. It's just, it's the Turk. It's just mimicking intelligence. But then again, we mimic intelligence. Who's in the lead? Oh, Jim's in the lead. It's just... Come on. Oop, up. Oh, you're lucky, Jim. Go, Jim, go. Go, Jim, go. Go, Jim, go. Oh, here we go, Jim. Are you gonna make it? Oh, sniped it. Jim Rippin. Jim Rippin. Congratulations, Jim. You have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. You will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. Golf claps in chat, everyone. Golf claps in chat. So yeah, the silk filament is a little mushy. Obviously, I printed it too hot. I just pulled in the default values, which are too hot. But the green and red is actually coming in really good. So what I'll do is I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm just going to let this print finish while I go to bed. Well, I go watch Farscape. I'm almost done the show. Almost done watching Farscape. But I will rerun this tomorrow with some like not silk filament and we'll see how it goes. Here. Just getting the oh yeah, there's mosquitoes in here and I'm getting bit. I gotta get a fly trap for my garage. It's gonna be annoying. Okay, I think we're gonna call it there. So yeah, I'm going to bed, or I'm logging off. I'm ending the stream. Hope you enjoyed the stream tonight. Remember, we shifted everything to the right one stream. So Tuesday, we're gonna be playing with the Venture XL. We're gonna be moving on to the Venture XL, building the gantry on that. So that should be fun. Oh yeah, that prime tower is probably gonna fail. But yeah, we're gonna call it here. So huge shout out to MakerTech 3D for providing this kit for the build series. We may do one more stream with this as kind of a wrap-up stream. Once I make sure everything's tuned and whatnot, we'll do like a final wrap-up stream on the build. And then I'm gonna put it aside, we'll do some testing on it for a bit, and then I'll come back to it and we'll do an enclosure build for it. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament that we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for all of them and more in the video description. And for those that support the channel, those that donate to the channel, gift memberships to other, super chatted, whatnot, buy something from the affiliate links below. I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. We're gonna call it there. Why are there so many mosquitoes in here? Okay, I'm calling it. I'm gonna get eaten alive. Okay, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, and I will see you in the future. Goodbye.